Welcome to my channel BornToReddit. Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend to shut the frick up after she insulted my sister's thighs? I'm 30 and my 12-year-old sister is living with me right now. Because mom and pops are vulnerable, so it made more sense for me to care for my sis for the time being. She is a really great kid, and to be honest, I feel in a lot of ways like she's my own kid. Because my mom and dad don't speak English, so I kind of had to raise my sis in ways that they couldn't. Hard to explain, but I'm sure anyone with a secondary culture will get what I mean. My mom and dad are great parents, but having an English-speaking person to guide you through it when you live in an English-speaking country is invaluable in my opinion, and my sister trusts me with stuff she won't necessarily trust my parents with. Anyway, my girlfriend was FaceTiming me and my sister walked past in shorts and a t-shirt cause it's hot. My sister girlfriend waited till my sister had left the area, but not the room, and made a face and said maybe feed her less up. Her thighs are kinda chunky. I saw it and told her to shut the frick up. Just came out my mouth, and immediately ended the call. My sister is a bit chubby, but for frick's sake, who says stuff like that about a 12-year-old girl? Literally, everybody I know has been texting me that I'm a pos boyfriend and that how can I disrespect my girlfriend like that. I am expecting an apology from her, but to my shock everybody is expecting me to apologize. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. 12-year-old girls are incredibly vulnerable to body image issues. You're absolutely right to shut down such comments immediately. Not the a-hole, and this is a huge red flag. Why would you want to date someone that insulted your little sister like that? Huge not the a-hole. Body shaming a 12-year-old is a low move. Not the a-hole. Well done for standing up for your sister. It's talk like that no young girl should ever be judged on. I just hope she's now your ex and that you never apologize. Not the a-hole. Your girlfriend is a real piece of work for talking about a 12-year-old's thighs. She needs to check herself. Am I the a-hole for refusing to watch my grandchildren overnight twice a week? I have 3 children, 30M, 28F and 20F. My son has 3 children. My oldest daughter has 3 also, and my youngest has 1. When my oldest grandchild turned 1, I'd occasionally have him overnight to give my son and daughter-in-law a break. Then as more came along, I'd watch them too. But now I feel it's at a point I can't cope with watching 7 children all in the one night like my children have wanted me to do, so I've been watching them in groups of 2 for once a week or so. I don't want to sound like I don't care about my grandchildren, but I had my oldest child at 14. My parents refused to help raise my children apart from paying for the basics until I turned 16, which was obviously their choice, so from a young age I've worked full-time while raising children. I've told my children on several occasions that I don't mind helping out now and then with overnight visits, but at the same time I want to go traveling, etc. Now I have some time to myself and also finally work on my career. I always take my grandchildren, children and their partners out once a week for a big family dinner, and I see my grandchildren several times a week between that. Today my 3 children came over together and told me they'd been talking and they felt I'm not pulling my weight when it comes to helping with my grandchildren. They've asked that I watch all the children every Friday and Saturday night so they can get some time to themselves and their partner. I told them no, watching all 7 children is exhausting for 2 days in a row every week as they're so excited to see each other, and it's also lots of work getting 7 children fed, bathed and into bed. As a compromise I said I'd watch either all 7 one night every second weekend or continue as things are watching them once a week in smaller groups. They're not happy at this at all. They said as the children's gran I should be expected to help out so things aren't so stressful for them as parents. I already help out financially by paying for each grandchild to go to 2 after-school activities a week. I understand my children are probably stressed from dealing with the kids all day every day through lockdown, and I'm happy to make up for that time by watching them a bit more often for a few months. But am I such a horrible person for not wanting to give up my entire weekend on a weekly basis? They've left me to think it over, but I've told them I won't change my mind. I'll also add that they've all admitted they aren't done having more children, with my son saying they're currently trying for a 4th, so I don't know what they expect me to do as numbers increase. Not the a-hole. Not pulling your weight? What the ever-loving frick? You raised your kids. It's their responsibility to raise theirs, period. Why not have them watch each other's kids on a rotating basis? They are just as qualified as watching kids as you. Not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. Your grandchildren are the responsibility of their parents, not your responsibility. From what you say, it seems like you're already contributing and helping far more than the average grandparent, both financially and with regard to how much time you devote to them. It is entirely reasonable for you to state that you can't do anything more, and in fact want to start doing less, for your own sake. Not the a-hole. That's a huge and absurd ask on their parts. Maybe suggest the kids rotate the grandkids for the weekend so they get 2 out of 3 weekends off. But geez, do your children not like their own kids or something? I can't imagine not wanting your kids on the weekends at all, and then trying 4 more. Wow, talk about entitlement. Heck no, not the a-hole. They think they all deserve kid-free weekends, but you don't. They shouldn't have had children if they didn't want to parent on the weekend. Your kids are being real selfish. Keep your weekends for yourself. You've earned them. Am I the a-hole for kicking girlfriend out after she deleted dead wife's pictures from my phone? My 25M wife died 19 months ago. It was real hard on the first few months, but finally started putting myself back out there. I met girlfriend, 23F, 7 months ago. It was going pretty well and she moved into my apartment around 4-ish months ago. In hindsight, we probably rushed this. My girlfriend is very overprotective and clingy and scared of me cheating as she's been hurt in the past. I let her have my phone password so she could ease her mind. She saw a photo of me and wife and asked who she was and I explained. She seemed to take it well, but was a little bit awkward about it. Fast forward 3 days and I go to take a shower and leave my phone on charge in the bedroom. I come out to see my phone unlocked. Weird, but I let it slide. Later on that day I go through my photos to upload a new profile picture to Facebook. All the photos of my wife and me and her together are gone without a trace. I check my Snapchat, my eyes only, because I had a few in there along with intimate photos of us together. I knew it was my girlfriend. I confronted her about it and she started yelling. She said I need to get over it and get rid of all the reminders of my wife, because she was here now. She also called me really creepy for having nude pictures of a dead girl. Granted, I probably should have deleted those a long time ago, but I didn't want to, because they were special to me. Might be odd on my part there. I was livid. I told her to get out. She stared at me in disbelief as I told her again. She packed some stuff and left. I went to my room and cried. I woke up to many missed calls and angry texts from her and her friends for calling me the This might not have been a big deal, but she permanently got rid of 95% of the pictures of my wife. I still have some printed like the wedding and some vacations, but I'm still missing a big chunk of them. I feel like she deleted a part of me as well. I've had to block multiple numbers including my sister's. What the frick? I do miss her though and want to talk, but I'm confused. Reddit, am I in the wrong? Not the a-hole. Don't let her back in your life. She needs therapy for her issues. Not the a-hole. Who the frick thinks it's okay to delete someone else's photos? Doesn't matter what it is, but especially photos of their precious spouse who passed away. Those photos being there so not hurt her in any way. I'm sorry this happened. Are you able to retrieve some kind of a backup? Try posting in a subreddit able to help. I've seen miracles happen for people who have lost special photos. Not the a-hole. You handled the situation far better than I would have. She deserved to be kicked to the curb for that. Can you go to any IT place and see if they can recover the photos? Not the a-hole. This chick is nuts. Block her everywhere and change your locks. Not the a-hole. Those were your private photos of your deceased spouse and I am so sorry. That bunny boiler had no excuse to permanently delete what did not belong to her and B. You can never get back. She's clearly an immature psycho. Get well rid of her. Not the a-hole. She's jealous of your late wife, as in the one person you can literally never ever cheat on her with. She completely ruined memories that you cannot get back due to her own insecurities and need to control you and didn't even apologize. Not the a-hole. Take your phone to a data recovery place ASAP and try not to take many new photos until you do. There's a good chance they can get the photos back. Not the a-hole. Don't let her manipulate you. Those were your memories to hold on to. Not the a-hole. I'm so sorry you lost not only your wife, but so many pictures of her. I get how your girlfriend feels. Living in the shadow of a spouse who has passed can be very difficult, but she took a permanent, irrevocable step as the only step. Instead of asking you to keep the pictures on a flash drive, or make some other compromise where they were somewhere safe, but weren't on your phone, your girlfriend made a choice for you that can be incredibly damaging, and will likely mean more grieving, while kicking her out is also a pretty drastic step. It's understandable and at least undoable if you end up changing your mind. Whether or not you do should be entirely up to you. If you had to vote for the most a-hole story from all three to be president, which one would you choose and why? And don't forget, Subscribe or I'll insert tiny little pieces of shattered glass directly into your pee hole.